Ladies and gentlemen, today, all the truths of Galaxy Heroes will be revealed. No more to be the #1 player of Galaxy Heroes. Who needs Galactic Legends? Who needs all the big capital ships? What if I told you you can make #1 and Kyber 1 in the entirety of Galaxy Heroes by simply just existing? Today we're going to talk about a topic that I've known about this for a little bit. It's actually a problem that's getting exponentially greater over time. And I recently checked it out, and it's getting even worse. And the main reason why I'm making this is because I keep getting people asking me, Otto, there's hackers in the top of Grand Arena here. People reporting some of these people. Don't report these people. I don't think these people are hacking. It's just it's the old adage of CG not being able to fix their game. So we're mainly making this as a small PSA, and just so in case you didn't know, now you know, and because I keep getting this question asked, let's just answer it right now. What the heck is going on with the Kyber Grand Arena boards? Let me take you for a little bit of a spin. There's really, I guess there is a negative impact as a result of this, but if you think about it, there's a positive impact because look at these rosters. So there's some funny business going on, and this started, I want to say, a couple months ago, and I'm going to remind you, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. It's like a wound that has been cleaned that it just gets worse and worse and worse over time. Let's just take a look at some of these top accounts that we got here. So, Sebastian Chill is currently the best player in the game with only 30,000 skill points. They must have the best gaming chair of all time. They're coming in 4.8 million, and you guys have like 6, 7, 8 GLs. You guys got Leviathan in front of you. This guy's like, no, I just got Sith Eternal. That's it. Even in the ship world, you know, they don't have any Leviathans, any Executors, none of that profundity business. They got better things to do with their time, like being #1 in Galaxy Heroes. I'll showcase another one. What about the #2 player? Maybe they took some beats from #1. Let's check out Dark Helmet. I mean, look at this. From the Valhalla Kings. What are we talking? 7 million GP. This guy doesn't even need a single Galactic Legend. What are you guys doing? You guys following farming guides? You guys efficient with your resources? No. Just be like this person right here as well. Let's see their ships. Anything good in the ship department? This person's also a god when it comes to ships. They can make #2 in Galaxy Heroes leaderboard by not even having profundities, Leviathans, and all the other mix and matches of all the other great stuff that we've come to know. I'm going to kind of speed this up here. There's going to be a general theme here. Out of just looking at the top 50 people, I can quickly tell you that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aesop is the only legit person in the top 10 that's supposed to be there. One of the best players, one of the biggest rosters in the game as well. What did I say? So let's start over again. Let's not interrupt myself. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, let me check out this one. 10. This person's not even in a guild. You guys have no excuses. 3 million GP, not in a guild. And here people are complaining about being matched up against 8 GLs. This guy, look, this guy's living the dream here. Anyways, we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Kabuki's legit. Tasnik's legit. I lost my train of thought. 16, 17. 18, they're legit. I think they're legit as well. That's what we have. I think we have 19. Let me check up here. Yeah, so we have a 19. What else do we have? We have, they're legit. Let's see, I think this is going to be 20. Yeah, there's 20 right there. So you can kind of see a theme. Out of the top 50, my first calculation was there's about 30 people that probably shouldn't be there. And the big question I've been getting, what's up with that? And the initial hunch, and I understand that this might be your initial hunch. I just urge you, don't be reporting these people because I don't think this is their fault at all. With these 30-some plus accounts that are inside, that was just the top 50. There could be some others that I'm not even seeing right now. Why is this happening? I think it's because of a big change that happened not too long ago. If you guys remember, about October of 2023, we got a little update, which should be a net positive for a lot of people. A lot of people have noticed their rank in Grand Arena has improved recently. As long as you're winning, you're climbing a little bit more. Because there was a problem. Don't want to get too much into the weeds of it. It could get really complicated. But there's a formula with the matchmaking system. And the problem, to keep it simple, is that over the Grand Arenas over time, the math was working out where less and less and less people were being able to stay in Kyber, yet alone Kyber 1. It was like a very small crowd. It just kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So there was something wrong with the algorithm that just kept kicking people every single season. Even though they're still winning, you just get kicked out because your skill points just weren't meeting the minimum to stay in Kyber. Well, they eventually addressed, and they were really hush-hush about this. They didn't really want to talk about this in public. It was kind of funny. I'm not going to read all this, but basically it was addressing what they called the Kyber squish. And the main point here is that a new formula was created where, to keep it simple, at the end of the day, they wanted more people in Kyber, but we also want more people progressing towards Kyber. So they believe the new formula will be implementing is setting us up to accomplish that. Well, let me tell you, I mean, you're not wrong. You did get people that probably are never going to be in Kyber 1. They can take their screenshots, be like, I was the best player in Galaxy of Heroes. Imagine that feeling. You wake up and you just like, you went from Carbonite to Kyber 1. So I think there's something going on here with this aggressive formula that even Capital Games called it. Just some people, I'm guessing, just got slingshotted. I can't even give you an example how that would happen. But we're playing a game that, let's just say, there's bound to be a bug or two there, we don't need to bring up all the examples. So I think to keep it really short and simple, that whatever this aggressive formula is doing is causing some accounts to somehow just sling them to number 1, the top 50, the Kyber 1. There's probably a lot more in Kyber 1 that I'm just not seeing. Are there any negative impacts as a result of this? I mean, technically, yes. Okay, I can come up with something. The number one thing is if you have like 30 plus people in Kyber 1, I guess it's technically making people's ranks higher than usual. Like, for example, Aesop Rock should be number 1 like they usually are. Even myself, maybe I'm being pushed back 50 extra ranks. Like, I maybe should be top 100. And, when you have all these people getting up here, I guess it's pushing our ranks down. I guess in another sense, if these people are getting into Kyber, that means some of you guys might not be getting in Kyber that are sweating, you're trying hard, you're mastering the counters and the off metas and all this other stuff. You got your ships locked in. So I guess there is going to be a negative downside, but the upside is these people are probably getting very nice crystal payouts. They're getting Kyber 1 payouts, and they don't even know how they got there, but it's making them happy. So there is going to be a detriment to all this. But I think the biggest detriment that even myself, I didn't notice. So this issue I want to believe, started sometime in December, where there was like 1 or 2 people that were number 1. And we're like, haha, that's funny. But whatever it is, this algorithm, this formula is going a little out of control. And it feels like almost every, I don't know if it's week or just Grand Arena season in general, more people just kind of get slingshotted up here. So eventually, I might get pushed down if this doesn't get fixed. And hypothetically, maybe I could get pushed to like 500 or something like that. So I don't know what the solution is. I think the biggest problem is the reason why I'm making this video is because for some reason the developers aren't addressing this. So that's why I'm making this, because people keep asking me and I keep explaining what my thoughts are. And if you don't watch the streams, you probably don't catch this. But there is another interesting side effect as a result of all this. So people like, for example, Aesop Rock. I've had the privilege of fighting them many, many times. And pre-Datacrons. Don't want to bring up that sore spot of the D word right there. But like this guy, he's usually number 1, number 2. He's got one of the biggest rosters in the game. He's got amazing Datacrons, all that stuff. And of course, you got to be a skilled player. Just because you have everything doesn't mean you're a great player. So this person usually is number 1. But because now he's getting these weird random people in here, I guess there's this could be an upside. Aesop has been able to get very easy wins, for example. Let me show you their Grand Arena history just from the last week of Grand Arena. I find this funny. Man, don't you guys wish you had this matchmaking sometimes? So they end up getting matched with some of these random people that just don't belong here. So it has some impact on the matchmaking where, for example, Aesop fought this Kraken guy, which I think we just passed up his name here. So right now, this guy technically is number 14 in the entire game. And as you can see, I think we can safely say Aesop decimated this person and their low gear clones. And gosh, wow, what a man. It's just like, I know you guys are out there struggling, fighting like 20,000 galactic legends at once and all that. But man, imagine a competent player to like, wow, this is, I guess it has to be a breath of fresh air. So we're seeing that he's getting matched up with these people that's up here. So it's not like it's just a visual thing. It's actually something material in the matchmaking where these top folks that are normally there, they're fighting these people, and I guess they're able to farm more skill points off them. It's nice having, I guess, a break off Grand Arena sometimes, having these easy matchups. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be happy with this. I like having challenging opponents to test out my stuff. So whatever the case might be, I just want to let it be known. Number one, not to say these people aren't cheating. I can't confirm it, but I don't think these people cheated to get to the spot where they are at. Yes, there are still cheating problems that go on in Galaxy of Heroes, but the number one thing I just want to implore you guys, and hopefully this gets the message out there, and hopefully maybe this urges CG to take some action on this. Don't go reporting these people. I've heard plenty of people say they reported them because it looks like you're hacking to get here. It would take a lot of crazy hacking to legitimately get to this point. So, you know, will CG get around to it? It took them a long time just to address the Kyber squish that we talked about earlier on. But I'm assuming if this problem does get more out of hand and whatever is going on keeps just making the algorithm go out of whack and more people that should be in Kyber are getting pushed out, that's maybe when they start listening. So I don't know if this is going to affect many people, but if left out of control, you know, like I'll be honest, like if I get kicked out of Kyber 1 just because like the algorithm just kept putting random people on the top, you know, it'd probably irritate me and many others too. But right now it seems like it's only maybe like 30 to 50 people to what I can see that are getting kicked up here. But that's all I want to put out there. A little bit of a PSA update. CG, most importantly, hold on, let me build up the stamina I'm going to need for this. At the end of the day, Capital Games, the only solution here is to